Hi there, welcome back to BotSailor. Today in this video, I will show you how to integrate HTTP API in WhatsApp Chatbot to connect with any third-party website. As an example, I will show you how to automate WordPress users account creation through WhatsApp Chatbot using HTTP API. This means when a user sends message through a particular chatbot, where we have already set up the campaign that will create a WordPress user for that subscriber. So let's get into it. First, log into the BotSailor account, and then we need to go to WhatsApp HTTP API. To get there, just click on this integrations from here on the left side menu, and then select HTTP API and select WhatsApp HTTP API. Now click on the create button. Here we will need API name, method, test subscriber ID, endpoint URL, and some API informations. We can collect these informations from the WordPress REST API documentations over here. As you can see, we can get create users information or post/WP information. Anything we may need is all over here. But you don't need to go through all of this. From here, we will use this information to fill out the form. I will put this code in the video description so that you can find it easily and use it whenever you need it. As you can see, here is an username and the password. This is actually my WordPress admin username and password. So let's see how you can get your admin password. Well, it's actually not an admin password, it is an application password basically. So let me show you how to get this application password. From the WordPress account, go to edit users and scroll down to find the application password section. Provide application password name. So I'm gonna write BotSailor demo, and now click on this button called add new application password. Now here's the password, so copy it and let's keep this on our code file and paste. Okay, then we will need the API endpoint. If you don't know what is an API endpoint, then let me tell you. An API endpoint is a URL that specifies the location where an API can access the resources to perform the function. That can be any function. In my case, that's the WordPress user creation. Here it is actually the main URL of the WordPress site, and it is also called the host, which is https://wordpress. After that, you need to set wp-json from here, and then wp/v2/user from here. And for authentication, you need to send content type and authorization basic, that is base64 encode of username and password. Authentication methods can vary across websites. Some may use API keys, while others use different approaches like username and passwords. So anyway, go back to BotSailor HTTP API page and give a name for the campaign. So we're gonna write WP user create demo. Select the method as a post. Here add a subscriber ID as a test in this test subscriber ID field. This is actually for verifying the connection because we have to send data for the subscriber. BotSailor will grab the subscriber's data based on the ID and will create a WordPress user. In this case, I will use my own subscriber ID for the testing purpose. To get the subscriber ID, let's go to WhatsApp Subscriber Manager and copy my subscriber ID from here. Now click on this action button and go to custom field to get an email. We will send this email address to WordPress for creating the user account. Now go back to HTTP API campaign and paste the subscriber ID over here. Then put the endpoint URL. The endpoint URL is actually the main URL as I said earlier, so copy it from the code and paste it here in this input field. And also the wp-json/wp/v2/user. Now we have to add the header data. Here, first we will add header key as a content type. Header type will be static value. Put the application/JSON on header value. Click on this add button to add another header data. Put authorization on header key. Header type will be static value as well. And put basic on header value. For base64 of the username and password, we have to convert the username and password into base64 encoded code. So we need to find an online converter. There's plenty if you search on Google. I have already found a converter, so I'm just going to use it directly. Over here, put the username. Here it is this one. Add a colon and then put the password, encode it and copy the value. go back to HTTP campaign and add the encoded value after a space beside the basic. Now let's add the body. In the body key, add username. Select the body type as dynamic value, and in the body value, select phone number. Then add another body field and put the name on the body key. Select the dynamic value and select full name on the value. Take another field and add email to the body key. Select dynamic value for the body type and then select system field or custom field as you wish, but for me I'm choosing email. Now it's time for password. So add another body and add password to body key. Keep the body key as static value. On the password field, add a default password that is 123456. The password can be changed later by the user, of course, so you can just change it later. Finally, add the last body for the rules. Keep the body as static value. On the body value, put subscriber. We don't need the cookie data for this tutorial, so I'm just gonna skip it for now. Now click on the verify connection button and the mapping option will appear on your screen. Click on the load data button to see all the raw data. As you can see, there's a lot of information over here like ID, username, etc. You don't need to go through all of these. You can just follow my steps and you'll do just fine. Then let's map the raw data. Here we will need a custom field or WordPress username. You can easily create it, so let's see how you can create one. Go to WhatsApp Subscriber Manager and click on the Manage button. Select Manage Custom Fields option and then click on Create button. Provide a custom field name, so I'm gonna write WordPress User ID and select the type of custom field as number and save it. Oops, my bad, I forgot. You cannot use any alphanumeric characters like space between the words. So let's remove it and try to save it again. And it's done. Now let's go back to mapping again and click on the map field drop down menu. If you click on it, you can see a lot of options over here. Select the custom field that we just created from here. Map value will be ID and map formatter, we don't need any formatters, so I'm just gonna skip it. So let's just click on Save API button, and finally we can see that the API has been added. Now if we check the WordPress user list, then we will find that the new user that we just created is over here, as you can see. So for now, let's just delete this user account and we will see if we can add new users by using the chatbot. I mean, that's the whole purpose of this video, right? So let's create a chatbot, and in the chatbot, we will add this HTTP campaign. I will show you in a bit. So go to Bot Manager and click on the Create button and double click on the Start component. Now add a keyword and provide a name for the bot. So I'm just gonna write WP API call for the trigger keyword, and same goes for the bot title also. Now we need to collect some information of the user. So I will add a user info flow to collect user information. So let's add one and double click on it. Select add new input flow and give a name for the campaign. So I'm gonna write email get and save it. Next, double click on the new question component and choose free keyword input. In the question field, I'm gonna write what's your email address. Select reply type as email and then select the custom field to save the email address. Now add a thank you message. So I'm gonna write thanks for providing your information. We are creating your WordPress subscriber account. Please wait, and save it. Then add a HTTP API element to it. That's the HTTP component that I was talking about earlier. This is it. So double click on it and select the campaign that we just created. Then we can add a text reply to let the user know that his account has been created successfully. On the text reply, we can add the user ID by using the custom field and default password. We can also add the URL of the WordPress website, and finally save the bot. Okay, now let's test the campaign by sending a trigger message to the WhatsApp number, actually the bot number. So I'm gonna write the trigger keyword WP API call, and now provide the email address. So I'm gonna write my email address over here and send. Yes, it has created the account on the WordPress, and it also sent all the details like username ID and default password and also the link to the website. So this is how we can create WordPress user account by using HTTP API or HTTP component on the chatbot. So thank you for watching this video, and until next time, see ya.